Hey guys, this is your host, Joe D. Martinez. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is the experience to be your better higher self. So, welcome, and I know I'm in a different spot now. I'm not in the backyard, I'm here at home, because I like to switch it up a little bit. I'm like a kid at a candy store, and the mom says, you can only have 2 candies. And I have 20 options that I cannot choose from. So yeah, let's talk about the breakdown of what we're going to talk about in this episode, and then we'll just dive right in. We're going to talk about what to expect on this show. Talk about why I'm doing this YouTube channel after 15 years too late. YouTube is 15 years old. That's why I'm saying that. Okay, then I'll talk about some basic stuff about myself. I'll have you, the fans, ask me questions, and I'll answer those questions the next episode. And if you want to be shouted out, I'll shout you out. Not a big deal. So I think that's pretty cool. We'll talk about who inspires me as a person. We'll talk about the comments and feedbacks of my first YouTube video. And then we'll talk about our first sponsorship for this show this evening. So, what to expect from the show? I really wanted to make this show because I'm ready and I have some substance to give out. Learned a lot of life lessons. So, you're basically getting, the real Joe D. Martinez, not just on Instagram. Not just a sex symbol, even though I love that title. Yeah. We'll talk about real life situations. We'll talk about, the top pop news, obviously. We'll talk about sports, cars, politics, housing, you name it. I'm like, a kid at a candy store. I just cannot get enough of life, and I love a lot of things of life, not just, 2 or 3 things. So, yeah, I think that would be exciting. And then we'll talk about what I usually watch on Netflix, what you usually watch on Netflix or Hulu or whatnot. And, you can follow me along if you like. Okay. So why I'm doing YouTube. I was born and raised in New York, and partially raised out here in California. And, because I live in those 2 dynamics, those are two of the best and craziest cities to live in the whole entire world. It's crazy. I didn't even realize that when I was younger. Obviously, I didn't realize how big New York was in the global standpoint. So yeah, I got 28 years under my belt, of life experiences, traveling back and forth, and it taught me a lot of life lessons. I've spent a little bit more time in New York. California is catching up, but I'm still a New Yorker at heart. So Brooklyn, baby, Brooklyn in the house. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. Not only that, but on the other side of things of who I am and who I like to be. It's a little nuts because I'm a kid at the candy store. I do a lot of things. So this pandemic really helped me, take away those other things that I love. And now I'm doing the YouTube because I have more time to be able to concentrate on the brand that I'm building. So it's an eye-opener, I never thought I would be doing this. I'm never that type of person, or I was a type of person of being very narcissistic. I think everybody goes through that in life, especially in the beginning of life, because we're just learning what life is, and we literally think that the world revolves around us, but it really doesn't. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. You're just part of the world, and So when I finally realized that, you know, it was just a big eye opener. And how I discovered that was, you know, I've been working on myself for the past 5 years, methodically, spiritually, goal-orientedly, you know, all these things that, you know, make life life. I've been really working on, like, realizing, you know, patterns in my life that keep reoccurring, and I keep being in the same predicament, and I'm like, why? And it's because we live life in a pattern, whether you like it or not. That's how we are. We're designed that way. So by going into some self-help courses or development courses, whatever you want to call it, you know, career courses. I've been doing that the past 5 years, and I've had some amazing breakthroughs. And as the show goes on, I'll be able to dissect those in segments of those episodes, so you guys get to really know me from a deeper level of where I come from. Obviously Brooklyn, but you know, like my environment and how I grew up. And so I'll take you in each and every section, the beginning, middle, and closer than ever now. You know what I mean? I've been working on a lot of things now. I'm feeling a lot of momentum. So I just want to share that. Because the people who inspire me, you know, are Joe Rogan, Gary Vee, Jay Shetty, Will Smith, Kevin Hart, The Rock, Tony Robbins, and so much more. It depends on what category we're talking about, right? We have so many inspirations. And because of them, I'm learning and growing along with them on top of those courses. So, you know, if you're in a point in your life and you think you need to, I have a perfect worldwide global company that helps you able to get the best out of life. Fulfillment in every aspect of your life. If you can just be totally free and live life and dream of the life that you want, I have the perfect company to help you get to those goals. And if you want, you can DM me, and I'd love to share that. Up next, we're going to talk about the comments and feedbacks on my first YouTube video. Man, there was a lot of feedback, and I appreciate each and every one of you on your feedback. So as of right now, as you see, I have a different setup. I'll be taking this show on the road, but I love to get critiqued so I can also improve, eliminate the ego and improve. A lot of people said, hey, vertical, no, you need to do the video in horizontal. So that's why I'm doing the video in horizontal. Some people said, yo, you should have the camera closer. So I'm putting it closer. It's a little bit of a better clean system. You know, I currently live at my parents' right now because, you know, with modeling and real estate, baseball, these are all the things that I do for work and for money because I enjoy it. All those things have basically been eliminated for me as far as income. And right now I am developing a company myself. Sorry, it was supposed to be out already. But that's because I had to hire a new developer and fire the old one. So bear with me. We're going to be launching in early 2021, and I'll obviously keep you guys in the loop of that. It's extraordinary about what I'm about to bring to the world and other people. Yes. So, and it was so funny. Somebody also mentioned that I talk like Donald Trump. I don't know really what that means. I'm guessing he's talking about the hand gestures because I'm from New York. I like to talk with my hands, but I don't do this. I don't do this. So this is not Trump, okay? I appreciate that. You don't tell me that. Thank you. Anyways, so yeah. And then somebody also said that I shouldn't talk so much. Okay, I thought this was so funny. They're like, you shouldn't talk so much because I'm selling a fantasy. I'm guessing that's my sex appeal, right? I through Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram and you're new to the show, welcome. My Instagram handle is Joe_D_Martinez, just like that. So you can follow me there. And so yeah, they were like, yeah, I shouldn't. I'm a fantasy. Like I should be selling a fantasy because I'm so lovely. And I'm just like, dude, but there's way more to me than just abs, biceps, and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, I have a brain. I have so much to give the world and other people that I'm sorry, and I love your feedback, but I'll go a different route, and I think it'll be more successful. And if it's not, you can say, haha, you know, I was wrong and I was right, and I'll be like, okay, cool. But I really doubt that because, you know, people love to know stuff, okay? People love to be inspired and people love to be uplifted, okay? Anything that you see that's very popular in any genre, right? It was inspired by the life experiences. Whether you're talking about music, whether you're talking about movies, you know, etc. They were inspired by something, or they were inspired by their own life story that made the piece so damn great. You know, so I mean, that's why people love to, you know, love celebrities. Yeah, people love that. So I don't think I should like dumb it down or sell myself out. And, you know, I've realized in life, you know, if you're more authentic and more truthful, that's how you make that connection even stronger, right? Like if you lie or exaggerate too much, there's like an invisible weight that holds you down. You know, you don't see it, but it holds you down. And I have prime examples in my life on how that happened. That's more like in the middle of my life. And obviously that'll come up in one of the episodes later on. But it really holds you down. Energy is really real and you got to really keep it sacred. And it's a game, and you got to play it, and you got to play it smart. Okay. So, it slows you down. You know, the results may be your progressive will slow down, or you lose valuable and valuable people. Like, we are people. Like, we need to make connections to be able to gain business, gain trust. You know, like, if you let them down, then you're definitely gonna let yourself down. You know what I mean? Because I'm a person that I treat people with more respect, and like if I'm late to a meeting, I feel way worse to be late at their meeting rather than they're late to my meeting, right? So, you know, there's a lot of things that you lose. Like, you lose your freedom, okay? Like, that weight holds you down, right? Like, take a perfect example, Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was lying and exaggerating the whole time. I'm the king of New York. Yeah. I got money. I'm blood. Bro. First of all, you're lucky that you live in this age. Because if you live in my age, 90s, early 2000s too, yo, you'd be in jail or you'd be dead. That's it. Let's be real. or you even lose your job, like Donald Trump. So, the truth will prevail, okay? That's really the prime example. It just, how long are you going to let it take to subdue it and then actually release the truth? Because once you release the truth, there's nothing else stopping you. So, just remember that. Talk about our first sponsorship. Our first sponsorship is by 3Ls, okay? 3Ls is a great clothing company. The quality is great. And the 3Ls stand for Live Life Lifted. And I think it was a perfect example for this episode. You gotta live life lifted. You gotta be positive, and you gotta put your best foot forward and try to achieve that perfect life that you want. That's it. And if you're truthful on everything, the universe has no choice but to give it to you. And obviously, through my experiences, I've witnessed it firsthand. Okay, 2020 has been a tough year. Again, I live at my parents' house now, but I'm coming up with great things, and I am shooting for the future. I'm shooting for the long haul. Okay, I'm not worried. My ego's out the door. I just got to get through this, and surely I will. So I hope that inspired you guys. I hope you had a couple of laughs. I want to do more laughs with you in the next upcoming episodes. And please join me on that journey, okay? Because this is an amazing journey. And this is only my first and second video. And it's great. I love it. It's great. I'm so excited for what's coming up in the future. But yet again, there's also some fear. I'm going to get a lot of backlash, more backlash than I'm ever used to. People think I'm going to be wrong. They're going to think I'm stupid. But I know deep in my heart what I'm doing is right. And if they have to check me, they check me. And then I have to double check myself. But just use that as a warning, Don't take it to heart. It didn't kill you, Don't let that ever bring down your energy, okay? And I know sometimes it's hard and you got to be reminded, but if you take the practices of fine-tuning your life, it becomes a lot easier. Just like weightlifting, working out. The first week is the hardest. Then you get to the second week, and then you get to the third week, and then you're getting out of bed with no problem, or you're going to the gym with no problem. And you feel great. The soreness gives you actually more hype versus when you first start, the soreness is just a downer. You know what I mean? So that's really all I got for this episode. I love you guys. Stay tuned to the next episode. Again, follow me on Instagram at Joe_D_Martinez. And guess what? Christmas is coming early. I got my OnlyFans. So I'm going to put that link in there. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. And I'll see you in the next episode.